high school practice, they started trying to jump the hurdle, but they were jumping it the wrong way.
Oh, really?
Because you know how they're supposed to bend down? They were jumping the wrong way, so if they hit it, they would have totally just bit it. Study my notes. Hey, what weird question should we end with? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Is there more doors or wheels in the world? Have you recorded all this?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, it's still recording? Yeah. Again.
Can you guys act like you like each other, please?
How close he wants to be here?
Is that better?
That seems great, actually. That seems perfect.
Yeah. So we're here with Jake Moore. He is a recent, 2022 graduate of Little Miami, and is currently entering his sophomore year of Augustana College. What year did you, or what grade did you start playing lacrosse for Little Miami?
So I started playing in the summer of 4th grade. There was like a camp that Coach Tracer held. And basically me and one of my buddies, John Walker, we came here to practice because I was getting bored of soccer. And then after that, I just started playing immediately when I got into 5th grade because I was transferring back to Little Miami.
Okay. What other sports did you play as youth?
I played soccer for 12 years, and I made it on like the best team in the Ohio area. And then I was like, I don't really care enough, so I quit playing immediately.
What attracted you to the game of lacrosse?
Definitely physicality. I got a lot of penalties in soccer for elbowing kids. So when I came here, it was just as fast paced, if not faster than soccer, but way more physical.
There you go. That makes sense. What are some of your favorite memories playing on the Little Miami turf?
I think one of my favorite memories
for the school.
I think one of my favorite memories has to be the game against Alter my senior year, when after dodging like 6 dudes and getting through them and scoring, coach screamed at me stick checked along with their little breakfast club up in the corner. And they had me come out, and then I
sat bitty student section.
Yeah, and I sat down on the ground and watched them stick check me all cocky because I just knew it was legal. I've been stringing sticks for so long that there was just no way.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good moment. Weather wasn't great, but that was a great moment. What is something that you have learned from the game of lacrosse that you've been able to use on and off the field?
Respect, because I know when we played here, Coach Tracer had ingrained in our head that we have to honor the game, but I felt like that had less to do with the sport and more about respecting yourself and others. So when I leave this field, I'm always respectful of others no matter what their circumstances are.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what have been some of your highlights so far playing at the next level in college?
I think one of the biggest ones for me right now is I kind of started off slow. I mean, I was really nervous and it was a lot different pace of a game. But halfway through the season, I just kind of caught my role and got known as one of the better inside finishers. And I just became one of the top scorers halfway through.
Awesome. That's awesome. And then what position do you play?
I play O-mid.
So in college, you're playing an offensive midfielder.
Yeah.
At high school here, you played attack, correct?
Yep.
And for the current lacrosse players out there, what's some of your favorite gear that you use?
I really like Maverick heads. So the Optic 2.0 has to be my favorite head of all time. It's just perfectly balanced between passing and shooting. But the Optic 3.0, they just focus too much on having a wider head for passing and being a receiver. So I had to switch to the Kinetic 3.0, which is my current setup.
And then, here's my stumble. At least they can edit it out. So what would you tell somebody who was interested in possibly trying to play the game of lacrosse?
I would say go for it, 100%. Even if you don't like it, I feel like you still learn from the sport because it's just such a different athletic ability compared to other sports that even in different sports, you start to just understand a little better.
Yeah, and it's I think it is a big mix of a bunch of sports put together. Would you encourage kids at a young age to try it, as well as people who are even in high school to try it for the first time?
One thing I've seen recently is this 30-year-old guy. He recently got into the sport, plays men's leagues, and he just fell in love with it. So I feel like at any age you can pick up the sport. It just depends on how much you want to play.
Yep. What are some things that you think really made you be able to excel to the level that you're at?
I always went in with a mindset when I was on that field of that I not in an egotistical way, but that I was just the best one out there. And it was I wasn't being a ball hog or anything. It was just I wanted to be better than my own abilities, so I convinced myself of that. And then I also I found a fun way to always practice. So I'd come here for hours in 8th grade to sophomore year with one of my closest friends, and we would just shoot and talk about things.
Yep.
And just that in general really helped out a lot.
It takes having the stick in your hand really helps with that for sure, but it is definitely a game of confidence.
Oh yeah, if you're insecure at all or you're just really based down in reality, it just isn't going to work out. You got to be like overly optimistic and like overly confident.
Confident in your abilities, no matter what they are. What's something you would tell current players in the program, Little Miami players, that have been playing for, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, I would say just give everything you got. Go out there with complete confidence in yourself, confident in your abilities. Always try to push yourself beyond your limits. So if you're not comfortable with that offhand of yours, use that offhand more. Force yourself in practice to be an offhand player only, and then come back into games using both hands. Because forcing yourself to do that makes you just 10 times better if you push yourself outside that comfortability.
A big thing that I believe in is you got to be able to fail to succeed.
Oh, yeah.
Have you failed in
yeah,
your lacrosse career?
100%. I remember my 8th grade, the last game, I sat in front of the crease, caught the ball, and whiffed the goal. And that was like, we would have tied it there, and I was just like, well, there it goes.
Yep, and you can't be afraid to fail, because that's the only way you can succeed. Well, I appreciate this. It's our inaugural player spotlight, player profile. We'll end with a question, kind of an off-the-wall question. Do you think there's more doors or more wheels in the world?
Oh, I'm going to go with wheels, because there's even doors out there with wheels on them. So
that's true.
That's my argument.
That's true.
Every car always has 4 wheels.
Yeah, but it also has doors and glove boxes and
semi-trucks.
Yeah,
they
that's true.
So we could go. Box
we could.
A door?
Well, I don't know. It has hinges.
I feel like that's more of a drawer.
Okay.
Rather than a
well,
door.
it could be. It could be. I guess I might be getting a little too much.